Hey, I'm Gregg, and today I'm on the couch with Cary Pierce. Thanks for joining us, Cary.
Thank you.
Cary,
I'm all the way over on this side of the couch.
Thank you for joining us over
close.
there. So you may know Cary from his solo work and also from being in the band Jackopierce, which is how I first became introduced to you and your music. I appreciate you being here.
Come on, tell me you were a fan.
I was a fan.
Tell them about the guitar.
So we've written together. And I came over to your house and you had the exact same Takamine guitar.
Oh, I thought you bought my guitar. I thought you bought the guitar because you were a fan.
No, I already had it. So I felt an instant connection. It's like, this guy's good taste.
Oh, I thought I've always been, living the dream that you were like, saw me play one day and were like, I want that guitar. I want to be just like that guy.
From like, now that might be right. It might have been, ingrained deeper back. Jackopierce, what I remember is, when I first heard you guys, I loved, the acoustic, the vibe, and the harmonies. And I saw you guys playing in Dallas with Paula Cole at the West End, and it was outside, but it was huge. There were so many people.
Yeah, my gosh.
And it was way back. It's like,
that's when Paula Cole was.
She was huge.
She was it that year.
Which she sounded amazing. And then at the end, she like raised her arms up, and she had her arms up.
Oh yeah, I did. And I remember seeing her in the videos. She was like, I just always thought she was like a real big, tall woman. She was like a real teeny little petite gal. We rode up in the elevator together and had like this awkward, nod, like, we played with you tonight. And she's like, oh, cool. Okay, yeah.
Could you give, for people who aren't super familiar with Jackopierce, like just a rundown? I know y'all sold over half a million.
Aren't familiar with
Jackopierce? No, not any good people.
Say what?
But y'all sold over like 500,000 albums. I mean,
you want me to sell it?
I want you to sell it. Yeah.
Yeah. We started in '88 and at SMU, and we just kept growing. Signed a major label after a few years of just selling CDs out of our backpacks and the back of our cars, and total grassroots. Totally went the grassroots route, and just kept building our fan base, and then we had sold 45,000 copies of our 3 records.
Just independently.
Independently.
That's amazing.
We're not looking to get a record deal. We're just loved what we did. Just kept. I mean, literally, the career was built on, man, wouldn't it be fun to go play LA? That'd be fun. Never been to LA. Hey, wouldn't it be fun to go play Chicago? Wouldn't it be fun to go play Lawrence, Kansas? Because we went to SMU, so we had all these kids from all over the country that would always be like, hey, man, my buddy, I sent a tape to my buddy in Lawrence. And for a minute, we felt like rock stars, and we produced our first record with T-Bone Burnett. So the fact that we were able to get him, while we're in the studio, Mr. Jones for Counting Crows was breaking at radio. And so, here we are with this producer. We would not be able to get him. 6 months later, we would not be able to get him. So that really helped put us on the map. Having T-Bone produce and have this producer that was really critically acclaimed and has now gone on to win like Producer of the Year. But then we did another record for the major label, and that just did okay. And then we decided to break up '97. And then luckily our manager begged us to don't just break up and like some bands do.
I don't know who.
Do something significant. So our biggest and most successful tour was our farewell tour. We did all through '97.
Yeah. And
then we released Jackopierce Decade, a double CD, which is the smartest move ever made. I mean, we sold again 45,000 copies of that, and we owned that thing.
Man.
We didn't speak for 5 years, and then same manager. He and his brother schemed to get us back together, and we got back together in November of '02 and tested the waters, played a show with Vertical Horizon.
Yeah.
It developed over time a really renewed sense of, we never really had it, this gratitude for each other, for the ability to play music. We really now realize what a gift it is that we have, just even play, just sing, and that people want it in all over the country. I mean, we're not like some giant band, but there's hundreds of people that, in Chicago or San Francisco or LA or New York, DC, Atlanta. I mean, all over this country, that there's 300 to 500 people that want to see Jackopierce play when we come to town, and they're just like, "Thank you for coming back." And there's people that come up to us now that are like, "I got turned on even in 2000." So I found out about you and got all excited about you and Googled you and everything, found out you were gone.
Yeah.
And so the fact that they're now and thinking they'd never see us, these people come up to us, they're so excited.
That's cool.
So it's like we're starting over.
Yeah. So Jackopierce did all this huge stuff. You broke up, and now you've kind of gotten back together, and you're doing some more shows, and you just finished recording an album. Is that right? Yeah,
we just finished recording. It's in the can. It's mixed, mastered. Just got today the CD to go duplicate. It's called Everywhere All the Time, and it's 11 songs, and it's I think it's it's just right in line with Jackopierce, where we've been from the Promise of Summer record to hold this up.
Yeah.
Do it. There's a photo of us on the back. There's no extra charge for this. It comes complete with the packaging. Picture of Jack laughing at something I said. Probably laughing, you know, not maybe with me, but more at me. But Promise of Summer, it's an, man, I just feel like compared to what we did in the past, this is just, I know everybody's like, oh man, our new stuff's so good. Just like, I'm sure, you know, Hall & Oates is probably like, man, that old stuff is whatever, but the new stuff's awesome. You're like, no, dude. This is, to me, far superior than what we did before, and I'm a huge Jack O'Neill fan, so I just love being able to, more than we ever have in the past, I can co-write with him more now, and
cool.
I produce the record, so having his trust, and that's another thing, too, just this total mutual trust and gratitude we have for each other has been hugely helpful.
Well, Cary, thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate you coming. Y'all check out Jackopierce.com. Look for a new album later this year, and we're going to hear some songs.
I knew some things they had to change. I kept on doing same old things.
Hey, I'm Cary Pierce, and I live in Faith Village.